Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to talk about XDC. And if you remember in the previous update, we were somewhere around these areas. And I said, look, because in this move down, we have taken this important low. To me, now finding an impulse in this phase is extremely challenging. And it's going to make me say our move down is going to continue in XDC. And in it, most likely, we are going to take the lowest low down here about, let's say, 6.3 cents. So did we do that or not? We did get a move down, but as you can see, we clearly didn't take the lows in here. Now, here's a very important point, and I want to talk about this specific move right in here. We can consider different possibilities, and I'm going to tell you why all of them suggest that overall, we are dealing with some sort of a corrective movement in this area. First things first, how exactly are you able to find from the highest high to about this point an impulsive structure on the downside? As you can see, in this phase, we are clearly having overlapping of the waves, so finding an impulse is extremely challenging. Second scenario, what if this is from here like an A, B, C, D, E, a triangle, and our impulse started from this point, and since again we are having overlapping of the waves, well, okay, maybe we're gonna have like an ending diagonal, either an expanding ending diagonal or maybe a wedge structure. Okay, fair enough. Here's a very important point for you. If we're gonna have a wedge, then okay, our wave 4 must be smaller than wave 2. And with that said, let's measure the length of our wave 4 and compare it to our wave 2. Is it smaller? The answer is absolutely not. It's actually bigger. So this means, once more, again, pay attention, because we are having overlapping of the waves between our supposedly wave 4 and 2, we can only now have an expanding ending diagonal, which in it, wave 5 has to be bigger than wave 3, and in fact, it must be the biggest wave in this structure. So is it the case or not? This is the length of our wave 5, and as you can see, it's not even bigger than our supposedly wave 3. So what's the point that I'm trying to make? I want to tell you one way or the other, I believe in this phase, we are having a correction structure and not an impulse. And odds are starting from, this point, we are having an ABC in form of an expanded flat or maybe a running flat, depending on whether we are going to take this high about, let's say, 7 cents or not. If we take it, that's going to be an expanded flat. And by the way, in the C leg of it, we are actually allowed to have an impulse up, and this can be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. And I know you're probably going to say right now, because in here it seems like that we may have an impulse, we can consider this as an optimistic sign. Yes, you can consider that, but again, because in the move before this impulse, finding a 5 wave is extremely challenging, I'm gonna say maybe this is going to be part of a corrective movement, again, an A, B, C in form of a flat structure. And if this is happening, well, okay, what's gonna happen next? We are probably going to have some more downward price action. And since also at the same time we haven't still taken lows in here about 6.4 cents, I think it does kind of make sense to say, you know what, our move down in XDC may not be over at the moment. Do not get me wrong, I can find an optimistic scenario in here suggesting the final low is already in, and maybe this is going to be like a truncated final wave on the downside. This is possible, but based on the current evidence that I'm seeing at the moment, I'm going to tell you that's not going to be my primary case. And according to my primary scenario, again, odds are that our move down in XDC is not over yet. And right now, we should be a bit careful. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XDC's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.